Hello everyone, I'm makeup artist Larry Yeo and welcome back to Season 2 of Can Make It Makeup. This time round, we address different solutions for different needs. So Amanda has really beautiful brows, which I'm jealous of because if I remove these, I have nothing. What we do is, first I'm going to use is the ZA Duo and Eyebrow Pencil. This is in natural grey. So one side is a pencil form, and the other side, it's a powder. And I like it because it blends really well as well. It's good, and because it's fast free.
Right.
Yeah. So how we can use a duo ended eyebrow? It's simple as this. It's always start from the less hairy area. So the front part, it's most of us has lesser hair. We don't start from there. We start from the sides here. So most of the hair will overlap in the front right here. And at this point is where we're going to start and glide it outwards. Alright? When you twist it out, it's a samurai sword angle. So it's about 45 degrees. We're just going to apply it at the end here and just blend it out. Lightly tap and bring it out. And I finish out the ends. I love the grey tone because once again, this grey is not full-on grey, it's actually a taupe. And for those who follow me, you'll know that I always talk about this eyebrow pencil. But you know how some people they are? They draw here but they draw behind. They don't draw here, just draw behind.
Because you got more hair.
Yeah, less hair.
Oh yes,
Yeah, less hair. And then what they do is, oh, I'm done. Then when picture is taken, your eyes look like that. It looks as if your eyes are very far apart. You look like a stingray. So once you finish this, go against the grain and just strike it in front. Why we go against the grain and do this way is because if you do an unnatural movement and the strength is harder, you might like to consider your ability to draw. And then just blend to the front. To blend it out, you might like to use an eyebrow brush. Alright? An eyebrow brush, you just simply blend back and forth. If you're the type who is careless and tend to draw like streak marks all over your brows. If you notice carefully, I didn't draw on top and below. I do not draw that because it will end up like you have 4 eyebrows, top and bottom, not one whole eyebrow. So after you do that, you use a brush and rub it in. This is to force the color onto the skin, so it looks like one unified brow. And then take the other side. I love the powder side. It's easy to use. Fun thing about that is that when you apply on, it is sweat resistant. From this point here, you press it inwards. Tap it in and blend. You see on camera that when we do this and you gradually blend in, it feels in much more softer as well. Remember, this is a sponge pad tip. So gently tap it in and blend it out. Do not rub it in like eraser because you're not rubbing away your brows, you're adding things on. So if Amanda is, if you notice carefully, I give her a more stronger brow, it's because I know that she personally likes softer brow, right? I give a stronger brow is just to balance out face shape. Depending on your face shape, when you draw your eyebrows have to match according to your face. If you think you are a K-pop star, you're not. Not everyone needs a K-pop brow. So do it according to your face shape. So for me wise, Amanda has like wider cheekbones, but a very small head and very tiny chin. To balance out the shape, right? This is only the beginning. What I'll do next is this. I'm going to raise her brows a bit more at the end here. Just touch it here and raise it higher, adding more volume at the tip. What it does, it draws the face upwards. So once it draws the face upwards, it balances out with the higher cheekbones. So that's how we balance the face up. So with Alison, she has naturally thinner brows. To create the shape out, I'm just going to basically use like a pomade product, which is another form of eyebrow product. The eyebrow pomade wise, I'm going to use it just to sculpt the eye shape out. Because she has very little brows and she already did a little bit of embroidery on the side, which I disagree, but oh well, some people like it. I'm going to use a bit of pomade just to re-sculpt the whole brow shape. Because her brows is consistently spread out, so there's not much hair everywhere, so you can start any point you want. But because I do not want a bridge being built onto her brows, I'm not going to start from the front. I'm just going to start from the side. Right? Once again, I'll start from the center, just touch a little bit and blend it out. How we blend it out is very simple. What you can do is, with a brush, you contact upon the skin, you just touch it, rub it against the skin and go back and forth. By doing that, you're allowing the color to permeate into the skin. And in that way, when the flash goes off, the brow will still look natural. The good thing about pomade is, because it's a cream product, it should last longer due to its formulation. And if at any point you find that you do a mistake on your brows, your best friend is a cotton bud. Your cotton bud can take and swipe away any mistakes you have. One direction and be fine. Like she said, her face is very small, right? But the thing is, it's also depending on various things. If you have a small face but huge eyes, your brows have to be thicker, or else all you're going to see is an alien shape. And then if you have full lips and you draw very thin brows, you might look perpetually short. So I've already done the top part, and because the face is small, she can do anything she wants for the brow shape. And then to the front wise, what we can basically do is going to push it to the front. So taking an angle brush, we're going to flip it to the other side and push it to the front. And then when you finish that, using your finger and gently just tap, just to blend it in front. And it's done. So now for Ida's brow, I like the fact that her brows are very full. It's just that there's gap that's missing. It's per normal because our hair growth is not consistent throughout, right? So what do you normally do?
I just use a pencil, just fill in the front a little bit, just sharpen the arch, brush it out. And then I use mascara, eyebrow mascara over it.
So for Ida's brow, I'm going to use two color for the Z Brow eyeliner. So one is in cocoa brown and the other one is natural grey because I want to layer it on to bring the same tinge of color from her hair to her brows. The good thing about it is this one, front part has got more pencil, right? And the back part is a brush. So it makes everything easier. So what I'm going to do first is just to create the structure that I want using the natural grey. Lightly stroke it through. With fuller brows like hers, we got to do quick short strokes just to create an illusion there is more hair. As I slowly fill it through itself, you'll notice that the brows looks darker and slightly more obvious, more refined. Next, use the brush and just gently brush through. Now I'm going to use the cocoa brown and to fill in the space in between as well. So the color will look more three-dimensional. That's the mistake most people do. They use one color and expect the brow to look more fluffy. So most of us who do like makeup on celebs or like people go function or bridal itself, I try to layer the eyebrow with like 2-3 shades. So whatever angle is taken, the brows will look amazingly three-dimensional. So from front and just dab through. Because cocoa brown brings a bit more warmth into the eyebrows. And just by doing that, the brows itself look more dimensional, and if you notice carefully, the brow color is getting more and more similar to her own hair color. And then I'll layer again with the natural grey. So if you layer both brows, what you get is your nice full natural brows, but amplified. So now there you see, the brows look fuller as well. So now, with her brow, she has really nice full lush brows. We're not going to touch it or make it super bushy. We're just going to fill a bit more volume. Actually, I'll tone down her brows a bit more, make it less dark and more of a natural fluffiness to it. By doing that, what we're going to do is we're going to use like a brow gel. Just brow gel on the brows. Fantastic for her then. The trick to use a brow gel is not about brushing it everywhere, but it's depending on what you want from it. What I want to do is unify the brow hair into one color tone. So what I'm going to do is brush it against the growth first. By doing that, you're touching the skin and coloring the skin beneath, and also adding the color on the hair. And what you do is just brush up and brush outwards. And then the brows are done.